this is Ian Williams and I'm talking to you today from the beautiful island of Jersey, just out here for a few days with work and pleasure. And I wanted to follow up on one of the blog posts that I did a few weeks ago. I did a series of blogs called Customer Experience Management is a Waste of Time. And one of the points that we spoke about, one of the points I raised in that series of vlogs was the fact that with customer journey mapping, the map is not really the point of the exercise, and I want to go into a little bit more detail around that. In the past couple of decades, customer journey mapping has become one of the most commonly spoken about of modern day business practices. The phrase has been bandied around boardrooms across the globe, and for some organisations it's even become the central theme around which their customer management operations have been built. However, for many, if not most organisations, customer journey mapping remains a largely misused or misunderstood concept. Many that have undertaken customer journey mapping find themselves confused, disappointed, or even, completely underwhelmed by the outcome of the exercise. Even in situations where customer journey mapping has been carried out in the right way, recipients of its findings are not always inclined or motivated or even empowered to do anything transformational with the results and output, as is also often the case for other research exercises such as voice of the customer and customer satisfaction surveys. This usually, however, has more to do with the leadership and or company culture of an organisation than it does the validity of the exercise itself. Customer journey mapping, when practiced correctly, can be the most powerful tool within the customer experience transformation toolkit. Its strength and its importance comes from the fact that, unlike any other research technique, it plots the customer's chronological journey with the company and its brand, providing the business with a more complete end-to-end story-like understanding of the customer's experience. However, there are some people who have conducted it with a different or in fact no purpose in mind at all. Two examples we have come across demonstrate this well. The first example was an organisation who had undertaken customer journey mapping with the overriding purpose of creating a communication platform to be shared with its employees. Their aim was to help their people build empathy and also appreciate the experience of customers. Now, there's certainly no denying that this can be a very useful byproduct of customer journey mapping, although we would suggest that there are more constructive commercial and transformational outcomes that can be achieved from the exercise. The second example comes from a company whose tender we were sent, who stated that they didn't want us to include customer journey mapping within our response. When we inquired as to why this was the case, they said that they had done the exercise 3 times before, but that nothing had changed. We eventually saw the 3 previously created journey maps, which were very visually appealing, chronological representations of customers' experiences. But when we asked the company where the rest of the output was from these 3 exercises, we were told that this is it. They certainly lacked the depth and detail we would have expected to see from an exercise such as this. A common mistake to make is to believe that the map itself is the point of the exercise. Although a map is a very useful byproduct that can be used for various different communications purposes, the true benefit of customer journey mapping comes from the identification of pain points, moments of truth, commercial outcomes, and number 4, if I can hold my fingers together, wow opportunities. So the first one, pain points. Pain points are service delivery low points for the customer and the organisation alike. So pain points aren't just pain points for the organisation, for the customer. Usually, if they're a problem for the customer, they're a problem for the organisation too. Moments of truth. This is a crucial interaction or interface between the customer and the organisation that the customer will use to judge the overall performance of the organisation. So moments of truth are critical. These are the places in the chronological experience with the customer where the customers are going to judge the overall experience. Commercial opportunities. So this could be an interaction, an interface between the customer and the organisation that provides a cross or upsell opportunity for the organisation. And then finally, number 4, wow opportunities. These are interactions between the customer and the organisation that provides the organisation with an opportunity to wow the customer if desired, if needed. You don't want to wow the customer all of the time because that can potentially create unrealistic expectations of future service, but sometimes critical points along the path, wowing customers might be a good thing. So with exercises Jericho has undertaken in the past, dozens, if not hundreds of these issues and opportunities have been thrown out of the activity, generating multi-paged Word documents and or enormous spreadsheets of detail full of pain points, wow opportunities, commercial opportunities and moments of truth. These elements provide the organisation with a bank of ideas that potentially forms the basis of a transformational program to change the experiences of customers. So these elements are the real point of customer journey mapping. The map is not the point.